wanted to hijack it with his revolution, but they stopped him. They stopped him. He wanted to hijack it because he takes advantage of every situation and wants to make it seem that he's a very vocal person, but he's not. He's for himself. Please. Thank you, Sir Elvis. I'm done here. Is this sacrifice more than any soldier? Please don't say that. We just respect our soldiers.
Thank you. Mr. Collins, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mr. Najawat, and good morning to my fellow panelists, and good morning to Nigeria. First of all, I want to say something. And at least a lot of people knows me here that I don't believe in some things that people believe in Nigeria. And that is what brought us to where we are today, because a lot of people believe in some things. They believe in crap. I don't believe in crap. Somebody says she would have sacrificed more than Nigeria army. She would haven't sacrificed a bit. When I mean anything to anything. When I mean anything, they haven't sacrificed anything. Remember when during the SARS, he tried to hijack that SARS, tried to project his face. But because of Nigeria these days, we know all of us are grown. I said it in the morning. We are grown more than this. And when Nigeria, they chase him out. They chase him out because they don't want it to make it like his own. He wants to, because everything to involve, he wants to be me. That is not sacrifice. People don't know what sacrifice is all about. And when people talking about acting, they don't know the meaning of that. Go other place and see what that means. If you know people that is sacrificing for their country, people, when they call about people, you look at people like Nelson Mandela. There is a lot of people that you can say these are the heroes. For me, I don't see Shura as a hero. I don't see Shura as an artist, because if you see the real people who really are the people who feel for their country, people who have that passion for their country, he don't have passion for their country. This is people who are fighting for their own benefit, for their own stomach. So when you see people fighting for their own stomach, don't use that word, they're fighting for Nigeria. They are not fighting for Nigeria. They're fighting for their own selfish interests. I always repeat myself here. Most of us in this panel, most of us in this studio have sacrificed more than Nigeria leaders have done. Most of us secretly, we have done more than all of them have done. But because we don't have a platform that can show what we have done, or we don't have anywhere people can see us, a lot of us have sacrificed a lot. So to get where we are today. So when I hear people talking about they have sacrificed, it makes me, I want to throw it makes me like, let me punch that person, because they don't know what sacrifice is all about. People are dying in Nigeria. Do you know a lot of people that is dying today? There are soldiers who are fighting in Sambisa forest. They are losing their life. They are losing everything, their family. Look at the police people who are working in the night trying to protect Nigeria. They are dying every day. The civil defense, people are dying every day. Even the common security, they are dying every day. But we don't give a crap about it, because it's a normal for people. Who cares? Because we always have this, this kind of envy when it comes to our fellow human being, our level. We cannot have this kick. But when a politician did a small thing, we say it's a sacrifice. What is a sacrifice? Do you know how much somebody is collecting? Do you know how much they are collecting? So when people do something for their own stomach, don't ever, in my ear, say it's a sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice. It's like when somebody helps somebody and they begin to publicize it that I help somebody. That is not, in the face of God, it's not a help again. People have done something. People have sacrificed for Nigeria, as in people have sacrificed for Nigeria that you don't even know about. You don't even know about. Those are people I see as my hero. Eye service, I don't like eye service. I hate eye service. When I mean eye service, I hate it. And that is what Shore is. He's an eye service person. Look at during that Nnamdi Kanu hearing, he would like to project himself, try to cause someone with two things. So the whole thing, nobody will be talking about Nnamdi Kanu. They'll be talking about Shore. That is eye service. I hate eye service in my life. When you look at people that are trying to make Nigeria, because Nigeria is now, Nigeria is, as in the country is off. And if you don't do anything to rescue the country is off. So the real Nigeria people who believe in Nigeria, people who have passion for Nigeria, are trying to rescue this country. Like somebody said there, for me, right from day one, God bear me witness. The only person every day I pray to God, say, God, how can somebody like PeterObi become our president? Since the first day he wanted to run as a president in 2007 or something thereabout, I always pray to God, say, this is the kind of person I want to become a president of Nigeria. Those are people who are making sacrifice secretly that you don't know. They don't come out and tell you everything they have done secretly. Look at the other man who is controlling this yoga of 18, that's conducting this pool of 18. Those are the men who are trying to see Nigeria working. A lot of people, there are so many individuals in Nigeria that I can mention to you that want Nigeria to work. I use daily to me here as in those are people they want Nigeria to work because they look at it, okay, if I come out, how can I make Nigeria work? Okay, let's find a way. Like the good governance, the people that are projecting for good that endorse PeterObi. Look at those people, they are trying to figure all of them. Try to check their history, everything about them. They mean way for Nigeria. They have sacrificed in Nigeria. They have invested in Nigeria. Have sure invested in Nigeria. A lot of people have invested in Nigeria. When I mean invested in Nigeria, empower youth in so many ways. Even bringing people from poverty in so many ways that me and you don't even know. They don't talk about it. Those are people who are sacrificed for the good of Nigeria. And when somebody keep projecting this show of a thing, I want to hit people because they don't know what sacrifice is. Because we find ourselves in Nigeria, then we don't know what sacrifice is all about. Somebody can come and buy change for somebody who say it's a sacrifice. Do you know what sacrifice is all about? People die in trying to help people. That is sacrifice. On that mission, they died in there. That is sacrifice. They sacrifice their life. Not somebody that government is giving money, somebody that is flying everywhere. You say sacrifice. Do you know what sacrifice? Look at that man that always go, I don't know if the man is from Kenya, they always go all Africa preaching about how African leaders is going to do it. That black man, I forget his name. Those are people trying to change the way, they're trying to change narrative. Those are sacrifice. Not somebody that will sit, somebody that I want to become president. Even people that are fighting for Nigeria, they don't want to become president. If anybody that is really active that is fighting for something, you can't see them coming out because they want, no, they will be secretly fighting for the benefit of Nigeria. But you see these people projecting themselves in the name of sacrifice, and people will come out and say, they are sacrificing. I want to hit those people. It's like when somebody say, we can beat bridge, this is big bridge. Do you know what bridge? Then be something because every Nigeria accept nonsense. Whatever government offer them, they kind of accept it. A lot of us have made sacrifice. Even in our communities, we have made sacrifice. Then when Wike beat bridge, somebody will say, I should praise Wike. Why should I praise Wike? For using my money to do something that I'm supposed to, something that I'm entitled to. Something that I'm entitled to. When the government did something, said I should praise them. Why should I praise them? This is something that I'm entitled to, my tax money. That's not like money that's coming out from their own pocket. This is my own money that somebody is using to use. He said I should praise that person. Crap. I don't believe in those crap. So for me, this time around, if anybody who don't support, for me, we are not saying PeterObi. If somebody asks me, why am I supporting PeterObi? I am supporting PeterObi for so many things because the reason I support because I'm tired of hearing all this narrative of sacrifice that people like FFK coming on television, people like FSC Scam. I'm tired of seeing those people because I believe when PeterObi assumes power, maybe Obidachi will come, there will be a change. This is people that it will be easy for us to assess our leadership. If you should already become a president of Nigeria, you see, North Korea will be more better than Nigeria because those kind of people, they want power. It's kind of authority people. They want to do everything. Even media will not, Mr. Nigeria, we don't have anything to say. Those are the kind of leadership as people like show really want. So people don't know what they are bargaining for. You think God is not a mumu person. God knows how he wants to rescue Nigeria. So I have so many reasons why I'm supporting. And if you want me to come and force you to support PeterObi, you are delaying yourself. You are killing yourself because I can't force you for something that is going to benefit you, something that you are going to reap on it. I won't force you on it. So if you want to keep suffering, if you decided that you want to suffer, you want the killing that is happening in Nigeria, the inflation, everything that is happening in Nigeria, good for you and good for your family, not for me, because sometimes whatever we wish ourselves definitely must come. I always say that word. I keep saying it here. Any day somebody tell me that I lost somebody or I went to where somebody just passed away, I won't ask what killed that person because it must surely come. If it no come now, it will come in a time you don't even expect it. So for me, I don't need to force you to vote for PeterObi. I don't need to force you anymore because I have done my own diligent job. I have tried to make you to see reason and I have given you that reason. And thank God this time around, one thing that I enjoy in this election that Nigerians don't have any reason to say, God, the reason why I voted for PDP because I don't have option. The reason why I voted for APC because God have given you an option. So many options. God have given you option for you to liberate yourself. You see, it's only in Nigeria that when they are sick, they said they want to take you to church for pastor to pray for you. Stop deceiving. Keep deceiving yourself. The reason God provide hospital, provide doctors, that is solution. God have given Nigeria a solution. Now, there is a solution for you to liberate yourself from that poverty. If you then choose to remain in that poverty, you don't have to question God. You don't have to blame God because God have already given you a solution for about it. So at this time around, if anybody supporting APC and PDP, look yourself in mirror. Just take yourself in a mirror. Ask yourself a question. Why am I supporting Tinubu? If you can get an answer for yourself, good for you. Why am I supporting Atiku? If you can find a good answer, good for you. I won't force you because for me, I know what is right for me. I know what is right for my community. I know what is right for my state. I know what is right for my local government. I know what is right for my country, Nigeria. So if I can appoint PeterObi to be my for company manager, I should appoint him to be a president in Nigeria. So if I can't appoint PeterObi to be my company manager, why should I appoint PeterObi to be a president? So those things are questions people need to ask themselves. So for me, I don't want to say too much. If anybody that choose to do whatever you want to do, but trust me in this life, one thing why I like life, it must surely come back and haunt you. If like try and run anywhere where you run go, it must surely come back around. And if you are taking Nigeria people for granted, using Nigeria as a game, using Nigeria for your own benefit, people are dying. You are laughing because people are dying. You keep mocking them. You keep doing it. People are losing their life. People are lost everything. Look at this thing that happened in Nigeria, that flood that happened in Nigeria. Do you know a lot of people lost their property? A lot of people lost their life. A lot of people lost their living. And somebody will come out and use and be mocking, as in laughing at Nigeria, laughing at Nigeria cities. You think God is not watching you? God is watching. Like that, collect any millions you want from Tinubu or whatever you want, keep supporting them. But one thing I'm assuring you, and because not only me is praying that prayer, I'm not the only one praying it. You saw that video in Plateau or where that grand people, mothers are praying. You think that those prayers don't have value, those prayers don't have meaning. Keep deceiving yourself. What will hit people, let people keep, you see this election, a lot of people are going to suffer for it. They will suffer for something that they won't even wish for their even generation. Because you are thinking, a lot of Nigeria have lost. We have lost people. Millions have died. People are look at that video they showed in Imo State, in my state. That video, that person was killed. If that thing couldn't touch you, now you know what kind of man being you are. So if you look at all these things, that there are so many examples, there are so many things that will make you to just hit your chest, say, no matter how much APC is giving me, no matter what PDP is giving me, can I make a sacrifice in this election? At least we are asking you one day, because everything there is one day sacrifice. If a pastor can give you a fasting to fast for 1 week, why can't you fast for 1 week, for 1 day, and said, I am doing this for the benefit of Nigeria? So when people come out and say, Shere is doing this, Shere, I'll change anybody, even my so-called governor, they are the worst people, because most of us live in abroad. Have you seen any governor or any minister did something and start praising themselves? They don't do that crap or start putting poster. I did this project. Those are people tasks. So you have to do it. It's not like people are begging. That is your work. That is why you elected there to do it. So when people do it in Nigeria, should I come and clap for them? Why should I clap for them? I will not do that rubbish, because thank God, if that God can give me opportunity for me to be in this country, the reason why God gave me opportunity for me to be in this country, for me to see how things are being worked. So after seeing how things are being done, you now expect me to go back to Nigeria and start clapping for those fools who are not doing anything. You want me to clap them? Why should I clap them? Because they haven't done anything that warrant me to praise them. Nobody have done anything from beginning, all of them. Nobody. They haven't done anything that warrant me to praise them. So that is why we are asking this time around, because most of us are saying PeterObi as okay. We will have even when PeterObi become president, that is easy for people to question PeterObi because he can listen. People, there is access, there is people to hold, and I want in Nigeria, because what we are asking that let this election, so that PeterObi win this election, there is every evidence Nigeria can provide, because this is the first time that we elected somebody that we can say okay, we can question it. Because before, when we elect people, then give us money. When somebody bribe you with money, you don't have any reason to say why you didn't achieve anything, because that person paid you. But this time around, PeterObi did not give us any money. Most of us invested our own money. So we have every right to question him. So, but before, nobody can go and say, Buhari, you don't do anything. Because Buhari will say, do you know how much I spent? Okay, look at in Bauchi yesterday. a governor is spending 500 million, 500 million to mobilize people, 500 million. And somebody will come here and say, I'm happy. You know, there are so many things. Nigeria, as a lot of things that happen in Nigeria that we shouldn't even be talking about voting. We should say, we are letting PeterObi. So anybody that keep deceiving themselves, say, thinking that Tinubu will be your better choice, good for you and your family, good for you and your generation. Because one thing I know, even if you know catch you today, it will catch you tomorrow. Since you know go run from it. If you know catch, you will catch your children. That is one prayer I know. It will catch your children. That is what I'm sure of now. Because now Nigerians are crying. There's blood everywhere. When I mean blood, there is a lot of blood everywhere. People are dying every day. Look at the cost of living. Look at everything. Even most of us that are sending money in Nigeria, how much are you sending? How much do you think you are sending? Do you send money? You can't even feel free. Your people can't even feel free. Most of, at least I've been in this country for close to almost 5 years now. Everything I made from airport, the same price I made them, is the same price that I'm buying them till today. But in Nigeria, price still, even you wake up in Nigeria, the next thing you buy, if you buy Coca-Cola 50 naira today, somebody is telling me that Gala I used to buy in Nigeria, Gala of 20 naira is 200 now. Gala I used to buy in Nigeria is 200. And people will be happy, say, I want to support APC, I want to support. Are you crazy? Are you mad? If not saying on YouTube where they talk about this in the kind of word where for use for people where as in, I don't know whether your head correct or anything. So if you think that you can just take me for granted or take average in Nigeria laughing for what is happening to me and my everybody because it affects me. I know I haven't lost anybody, maybe through what, but I have people that things have happened. Like somebody said here, somebody said, they have sacrificed more than soldiers. Do you know friends that we have lost serving Nigeria? People that have died in that process. And he said, but may God have mercy on all you people. I'm just saying God have mercy on all of you that are trying to play using Nigeria for gambling or using Nigeria for mockery. If you think you're using Nigeria for mockery, I just pray that God, one day, God will surely remember you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Collins. Thank you. Okay, I would like us to move on now to Niger. To Niger, good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yeah, good evening. Greetings to everyone on the panel, the chat, and the viewers. Yeah, I think I was on that panel that day. That Showore was, making him kind of full of himself. Really, when you think about it, in my view, anyway, it's just my view. Don't show a supporter. Don't get crossed about it. Because I questioned him about his need to, that's his plan to use mercenaries. And because I told him, you have been fighting for the youth for how many decades now, and you claim to be fighting for them. And the first thing you want to do for security is to create jobs for foreigners to come and kill people inside Nigeria, or what? How does that make sense? He said because the the security forces are not suitable. That they are. Then he started calling our security forces mercenaries. You see the irony of it all. He started calling our security forces mercenaries. I said, are you serious calling our law enforcement people mercenaries, and you are considering employing mercenaries to come and save us? You see the backward paradoxical. Like, you forget that there are children that lost their parents protecting this country and protecting communities. Police people died, soldiers died, EFCC, people are dying every day in Nigeria. Law enforcement are dying every day in Nigeria, trying to protect the country, and you're calling them mercenaries. And that is the kind of mentality that you want to take to go and run the country. He didn't like it. He was saying I was kind of sympathizing with people that are killing Nigerians. I said, you know what? They may be killing Nigerians is because they are not professional military. You are supposed to look to train them up, give them the numbers to do the job. So, but he just, everybody knows how he talks now. I always considered him to be arrogant, but I think Rita got it right when he said emotionally he's not very intelligent. I consider him arrogant and a little bit traumatized from all this experience with the law enforcement authorities. Even from the very first time I heard him speak, I felt like something is off about this guy. So one thing I wanted to say about the entire thing, where people say that, oh, he's struggled for Nigeria, Nigerians say he hasn't struggled enough. See, that is not the point. The need for Nigeria to do better is the only leader here. Not one person, Not one person is emblematic. Sometimes because that need aligns with what somebody stands for, it looks like that person is in charge. But no, make no mistake, if you are in the way of Nigeria getting what it wants, you'll be crushed. It's just that simple. People need to get what they need to get to. PeterObi is not, he's aligns with it right now. That's why everybody's with him. The moment he goes out online, some other person will take his place. That is how it works. You can't say Peter, this guy made a lot of sacrifice, so Nigeria's need bends to him. That is not how it works. Today, as I'm speaking, tomorrow I might be required to stand out of the way, and Nigeria steps on top of me to get it to move on. That is the sacrifice people make all the time, and soldiers are making those sacrifices every day. They are willingly going towards it every day. And the problem with civilians is that they get into their own ego and start thinking that it's about them. And this is there's something about security services that crystallizes these things, because they literally sign up to potentially die, and people just treat them like trash. And our military, to me, fair towards them because they are stressed too. How can one soldier be equivalent to defending 2,000 people? Have you stood in front of 100 people before and see how it feels? Stand in front of 100 people that are not very happy with you. That, as a matter of fact, we know we don't like our soldiers anyway. Most of us are not very happy with them. Stand in front of 100 people, multiply by another 100, by two again, until 20 times. That's what one soldier in Nigeria needs to defend. They are stressed people, and Showore is coming online to call them this mercenaries. And then when I checked his own manifesto, it's basically a human rights manifesto, talking about he wants to expand this amnesty program so that they can forgive Boko Haram fighters and all the rest of it. He wants to expand it. He's not talking about building the military up. He focuses more on human rights than actually keeping the country secure. He says that's the way to make the country proper. This is somebody that has not even bothered to take Google and check how other nations secure their countries. So it's not about him. And people that support him, yes, he made sacrifice for Nigeria. That is true. The same thing Abiola did. Abiola did a lot of bad things in Nigeria, and he also died because of Nigeria. This if he's stupid and useless, he too came back under Abacha, chucked inside prison, and Yaradua, that was his second in command when he was in office, when he was a military leader, was also in prison, died in prison. So these people took risk with their lives when they came back. Kensawa was executed. Under Abacha, anybody could be killed. Anybody could die anytime. Yet, Obasanjo came back and faced it himself. So when we keep saying that it's only like he sacrificed a lot, and they do this thing too with sometimes with Ojukwu, where they say, oh, because Ojukwu is from a rich family, he didn't have to do this, so we have to. No, you don't have to listen to him just because of that. He has to align to what is good for your people, truly good for your people. And this thing, we as a people need to start seeing these things as a selfish interest. It's in our interest for our nation to be better. And that's what PeterObi is serving right now. And PeterObi says it all the time. He's a servant. He's not there to make himself the Christ. He's a servant, and he urged us to actually hold him accountable. That is the mindset we need to have. It's about the nation. It's not even about an individual. The future of our children, our whole heritage, our survival. That's what it's about. So,
okay, thank you, Tunaja, for your submission right there. I can see that you were also right there the date Showore came to the channel. So I'm going to be playing that video shortly. So meanwhile, before that, let me quickly see if we can cover almost everybody before we play that video so that we can do a closing remark on the video. Okay, Mr. Peter Okundaye, good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Naija Wash. all the panelists, the commenter listeners and viewers. I greet everyone. With this, I believe I'm one of the first people who support PeterObi. And I believe some people that are supporting PeterObi today were against PeterObi. Can we hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you. Go ahead.
I believe some people that are supporting PeterObi today were against PeterObi when he arose. Let us not deceive ourselves, because what we are seeing today, the campaign that PeterObi have today, have been initiated by Sowore in 2019. It has been initiated. It's just the same that thing. The English or the way person put it might be different, but all these things have been initiated by Sowore. It's Sowore that enable people to know that Nigeria Constitution tied them down, that PeterObi is talking today. Sowore said, I will change that constitution. That is why Nigeria is not going forward. No other political party that said it to Nigerians, or even today, the whole Nigerians are not saying that constitution must change. It was not PeterObi that revealed it to them. The NEPA, or the power that we are talking today, Sowore have described how he will be able to generate different ways of light for Nigeria to gain light, so that we should not depend on only that dams that we are using. So which PeterObi is still saying today. How Nigeria has money that has been stolen by the government in different countries or in different banks, that PeterObi is still telling us today. The oil debt or stealing of all these things in Bayelsa, Sowore have said all these things. And the people that are stealing it are still the same people that Sowore, the people that PeterObi is saying are still the same people that Sowore talk about. Now, the English that Sowore speak might be different from the English PeterObi speak, but they talk the same thing, they mean the same thing. So when person refer to our brother in South Africa that fight for South Africa, Nelson Mandela that gained the benefit of South Africa was not the person that started the revolution in South Africa. And you see him as hero. Was Nelson Mandela not the president of South Africa? Why was he a president? Why did he not say, okay, after we have fight, let other people become the president? So these are things. Those are people you call sacrifice. Today, the two heroes in my time in Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu and Sowore, because these are the people that initiate this benefit that PeterObi is benefiting from the rest Nigerians. Let us not deceive ourselves, because, and that is why when Sowore movement enable people to know that you can protest against these wicked leaders. His continuous actions demonstrating, and we people said it is just a public show or whatever. It doesn't matter. It is the people that lay foundation of house that build the house, not those who come to roof it. So let us not discuss them because they were the time we are now roofing the house, it was there we now see the crowd. That those people who stand the foundation are no longer human beings. No. Me, I said it here before that if I were to be Sowore, I will say to Nigerians, okay, this is your choice. I support you people. But a person who has political party, you said he should collapse the party to go and join another person. Which the party that you want him to join are the same party that make Nigerians to be. Igige, is it not labor? Is it not labor person? Is it Igige? Are they treating Nigeria well? Now let us not deceive ourselves by thinking Sowore is Sowore. Yes, because he's young like us, we cannot value him. All those his idea cannot be seen. That is why I let you know that this toll gate, this thing, people say he wanted to go and hijack it. No, it is the person that people look to and say we can do something like this that lead to that NSAS actions. So like our Papa Fela Kuti has been seeking revolution. So he enabled this our brother Nigeria Jaga to look and say, person we are doing this kind of thing, he come out and do it. He see temptation 2 times. He run inside the room. He could no longer come out. But so what still continuously give people courage to do more. It's a person that why a child can face a senior because his father is there telling him go and do, go and do. Even though you are beating the child, he will want to do because he have a father that supports him. So that is how let us not just see Sowore as bad person, as selfish interest. For those who say government is paying Sowore, have you been there when the Sowore was paid? So let us not say we hate a person because with a passion and just scandalizing everything. Why he said he will not support PeterObi because PeterObi was PDP, APC, and these are the people, these are the parties that led us to this condition we are today. For those who said soldiers are sacrificing or Nigeria police are sacrificing, if they are sacrificing, why are you saying that they are not doing well in the country? If they are sacrificed to make to protect the Nigeria to make war for, why are you blaming them that they are maltreating people? Person that is facing their maltreatment that is not supposed to be so against Nigeria. And you are not. Hello, can we hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Person that is now saying these people are maltreating us. This is not how they're supposed to be. If so, what I say, Nigerian military, they are missionaries today. They are mercenaries, not missionaries, mercenaries today. Really, they are. Did you not know that this time there was a man who said Boko Haram can become a Nigeria president, and that man was a soldier? And not only even that there are Boko Haram that they were recruited and making Nigerian soldiers. They say they release it, they now put them into Nigerian soldiers. Are you not aware of that? Are some people know whatsoever call you name you call them? So when they are called missionaries, they are, because they are not treating Nigerians, but they are dealing with Nigerians. So Nigerians need to see all those things and fight against them. Nigerian soldiers today need to be dissolved and reinitiate a new soldiers for Nigerians, because the ones that are here now are not for Nigerians, are against Nigerians. So when a person talking about all those things, don't say they are protecting. They are not protecting Nigerians, because if they are protecting Nigeria, Nigeria will have not say NSAS. So, my brother, I take my leave so other person can take the floor. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Thank you. No, because we don't have enough time. Okay, ask him the question, please.
Okay. Can you protect 2,000 people?
I am not the charge. I did not hold gun. If I hold gun to protect the people, yes, I will protect them.
Even an American soldier cannot do that. Even an American soldier with all his technology cannot do that.
Okay.
So you can't.
Okay.
And that's what our soldiers have to do. Or police too. Sorry.
This guy, sorry to come in, please, Mr. Ivy. Sorry to come in. This guy's talking now.
Okay.
I don't even know what he was saying. What's his own take about Nigeria? What does he want? He wants change in Nigeria, or he wants Nigeria to remain like this? He's staying in a Western country making noise like this. Does he want Nigeria to remain like this?
Don't use the word making noise. He's not making noise.
Okay,
he's entitled to his opinion.
I take it back. For him saying all this Sowore, what is his take? What is his take?
He's entitled to his opinion, sir. He's entitled to his opinion. That's one thing about this platform. Remember, he's always here supporting PeterObi.
But Sowore,
he's a PeterObi fan. He's only protecting Sowore for anybody not to insult him. That's all he's doing.
But Sowore should focus on. But he should leave Sowore. He should leave.
He's always here fighting for PeterObi every time.
I think Eric Gabriel. I think you need try to understand where he's coming from. I think Nigeria Watch is correct.
You should try to understand.
You have to allow people to be able to express themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I understand
exactly.
But you should.
Okay. Let's move on to the next person.
He should move.
We have other people here.
Okay,
please hold on. We have a caller. Let me quickly.
Okay, then.
Hold on, sir. We have a caller. Please mute yourself. Hello, caller. Good evening to you. Please talk to us about Victor.
Yeah, good day, sir. Thanks for all that you've been doing, and thank you all the panelists that have been educating the Nigerian people on great issues. And I want to say, actually, I am so disappointed in some of the panelists that will come forth here and defend a man that has made a wrong statement against the military, against the serving and the ones that have retired and the ones that served and they died during the course of serving their nation. How can a presidential aspirant come up and say your military is a mercenary? How dare he says that? If he becomes the president of Nigeria today, will he open his mouth and say my Nigerian military, they are mercenaries? I expected him to say, this is how I'm going to do the military. This is how I'm going to increase the size of the military. If you go to his manifesto, there is no concrete economic plan. I know where, look, an activist cannot be a good leader. I'm saying it from today, I beg to be corrected. An activist cannot be a good leader. And show me where in the world that an activist has come up, has risen up and be a good leader and have turned the economy of any nation around. Tell me. Thre does not have a party. Thre himself cannot be the president of Nigeria. From his statement that he has been making, people should just try to understand. If you love Thre, put the love aside and argue objectively. This is your country, Nigeria. You cannot bring your country down when you are speaking to the entire world. You cannot bring them down. You have to be objective in your statement. You are an aspirant. People should be very, very, very cautious in making statements here.
Thank you. Okay. You guys have succeeded in changing the topic of today. Obviously, we are rounding up soon. The next hour we should be rounding up. But before that, let's move on to. We still have 3 people here because this show will matter and I go end and because I get video I want to play after this certainly. All right, Tiobala, thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Thank you, Mr. Najawash. Thank you for the good work you are doing. I really don't have much to say because at this point we are now is very critical, it's very delicate, and we must be very careful so that we will not use matter that are inconsequential to overshadow the main point or the main objective. And while I just want to make 1 or 2 comments, Najawash, you said something that you would like Showore to work with PeterObi. I really want to know why you say so.
Oh, okay. The reason why I've always stand by that because I was supporting Showore with this platform before PeterObi emergence. So but when PeterObi came out, we now get to know that yes, the force is with PeterObi. So now what do? The person you are supporting before, I want both of them to work together. It's just like you and Passat now. You are here on this platform, right?
Yeah.
There's no way I would beat you for Pansat or beat Pansat for you. So I want both of you to become brothers.
Okay,
that's all.
I understand. As in the question I want to ask, as in people always saying that Showore should come to be the EFCC chairman to work in PeterObi's government or whatever, And those aspects, that is the aspect I'm actually worried about because we don't want to build a strong individual anymore. If, for instance, you have a strong system, you'll find out that irrespective of whoever comes in, that system will checkmate each and every one of us. So that is the angle. But whoever, because like many people have said so many things here, be an activist, be this, be that, this government, we need somebody with a good economic plan. We need somebody who have the empathy and the well-being of the nation. However, where we are now is very special. I just want each and every one of us, to see what we can do for the remaining few days to this general election. Yesterday, I was on a call with somebody in Lagos. So we are discussing regarding this PVC collection and the mode of voting and all of that. So I was shocked to hear from this person that at least majority of the people in Lagos, they are clamoring for the person of PeterObi. And these people I'm telling you about, they are well-known people, as in people who are, as in they have what it takes. And this set of people will not come out. Maybe, for example, PeterObi is holding a rally now. You will not see them coming out for a rally. They'll just be in their house, like, but it's the youth that is championing this movement. The reason why I'm saying all these things is that we, or most of us that are supporting PeterObi, that there is a big hope on the way. That there are people who are supporting PeterObi that you will not even see on social media, or you will not even see, moving up and down the streets. That we, on our own, individually, we should try as much as we can to reach out to our family member, on the way to go. They should go and collect their PVC, educate them on the party logo, educate them, and in short, encourage them. If there's anything you can do to send them money or just to encourage them for them to know to get their PVC, even if it take them spend 3 or 4 hours for them to go and do all sorts of things, because it's very important now. So many of them are giving up because some of them have complained that they've been there, no PVC, nothing, and all of that. So that is just the main reason why I'm here on this platform today, because I'm not here to deliberate on show worry or 1 or 2 people and all of that, because the time we have now is so small. In just few days, anything can happen any moment from now. Remember, the voting we are going to experience, it has never happened before. I have spoken to many persons in Nigeria, many people and all of that. These are people who have over time have not voted in any of the election. Many of them are ready to come out to vote, but we should try as much as we can to reach out to many people who are yet to decide, because I think somebody here on this platform said something regarding the undecided voters. You know, we still have many people who are yet to decide on who to vote for. I know this time around now, at least we should keep on preaching the message. And if there's anything we can do, or individually, we should try as much as we can, because I'm not here to talk about this show warrior and all of that. Mr. Elvis, thank you so much for the good job you are doing. Everyone on this panel, I just really want to thank you for the wonderful work each and every one of us are doing. The most important thing is that imagine there was no Niger Watch. In short, they would have shutting the media down, shutting everywhere down. But thank you. Thank each and everyone on the social media, championing the person of PeterObi. We should keep on doing the work. Please go and get your PVC if you have not gotten one. Reach out to members of your family back home. A vote matters. One vote matters. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother Tiobaila. Thanks for your submission. Okay, let's hear from Alex Adopikin. Thanks for joining us. Before we go to Lord Christ, Alex Adopikin, please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening, my brother Elvis. Thank you very much for your great job. Thank you, everyone that is on the panel and those on the comment section. I will just make it brief because most of the things that I wanted to say have been touched on. About this issue of Shore, I think I'm also kind of like Elvis. This is somebody I really, really like. Um, but seeing the situation now where Nigeria is going, we just have today is the 24th, less than a month before the election, and we are still talking about Shore insulting Obi or saying all kind of things. I don't know. It's like when your friend, somebody you call your friend, does things that you can't even defend. So sympathetic. I don't know the word to use for it. I'm really disappointed because Shure has been fighting to make sure that things go well in Nigeria. Now, this is the opportunity. It's so obvious. It's everywhere. All barriers have been broken. Nobody expected this, what we are seeing now. If anybody comes up here now and say, oh, I knew this is going to happen, we'll just be telling ourselves lies. We never expected this, that in our own time, this kind of thing will happen with PeterObi. And Showore is seeing this. No matter the animosity you have, no matter the pride that you have, please, if you really love Nigeria, Mr. Elvis, you talk to him. Please try and put this information to him. If he really cares for Nigeria, let him put down his ego for once and join this thing that is going to happen to Nigeria in his own time, in our time. Let him join. He's not supposed to be against Obi in any way. Even if Obi, let's say, even if Obi was one of those people that have skeletons in his cupboard, and he still, who among us is a saint? We're all human. And this man has been tried. We have seen a lot of things about him. His associates, his people around him, from what we all hear and know about him. He has the good of Nigeria at heart. The people are following him. I can remember some weeks back, they were talk on this channel about how he should do more on the in the north. How the movement, how Labour Party, they are sleeping, they are not moving. But just in a matter of a week, we were able to see with our own eyes what the movement is all about, how far this movement has gone. So whoever, like Rita said in her a statement, that whoever has not still made up his or her mind to say this is what I'm supporting or who I am really behind, the person has a very big problem. If I have somebody now, I ask my brother, my sister, whom are you supporting? And he says, I don't know yet, then the person is not serious in life. Because you just have to take a stand. Stop beating around the bush. If you are for Tinubu, say I'm for him, or your reason, that's best known to you. Nobody is going to drag you out or whatever. But as far as we are here, we all know we want the betterment of Nigeria, and we know these other people cannot bring these things to Nigeria. The only person that can do that is PeterObi. So we have to do everything within our power and to encourage those around us. But anybody that stands on the way, one way or the other, I'm sorry, the person is going to be crushed. It's not me that's going to crush the person. The person is going to find himself or herself in a situation where he will be kind of regret it. So I hope Showore is not going to be one of these people. I really, really hope, because I love this guy's guts. Some 4 years ago, I supported him in any way I could, financially, otherwise. I knew the mobilization I did. In fact, Edo people, we knew what we did because of Showore. So now that Nigeria is ready, Nigeria wants to be taken out of this bondage. Why is he now against Obi? That is what I don't understand. So I am really emotional when it comes to this, because it hurts me to see that somebody like him is who we are talking about, that is against this thing that is coming to Nigeria, against this good movement, against this hope that Nigeria is holding on to. It hurts my heart. And Mr. Ivis, like I said, since you have a personal rapport, please try and talk to him. Talk to him, please. And on the issue of these other guys, to be frank, I don't really like to talk about them, because we have better things to talk about, and that is Mr. PeterObi. The rest are not important. So I yield and say, have a nice evening, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother right there, Mr. Alex Adopikin. Thanks for your submission. Okay. I would like us to hear from Lord Chris George. Lord Chris George, thanks for joining us. Please, where are you joining us from?
Yeah, Lord thank George, you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Where are you joining us from?
I'm your brother, Chris George. I just connect with my phone.
Okay. I come by also because good
thank
to have you, my brother. Please talk to us.
Thank you. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm back in I'm back in Atiku now. Okay. I want to greet all Niger Watch family. You are doing amazing thing, amazing work. I congratulate every one of you, all the panel member, the Niger family member, Niger Watch. Congratulate all of you. Thank you. We are doing amazing revolution in Nigeria, in Africa. Because let me not move. I watched China today, from beginning of China, how the China was a third world country like Nigeria today. One American guy said that if your country is important, people will take you as an important personnel. And I studied Singapore, and I watched how Singapore started. Now Singapore is a great nation. It's that all of us must work hand together to do. to be like a Chinese, like American, like a German. So, concerning the issue of Chowere, I don't. Chowere is an opponent to PeterObi, so he can say whatever he like. And when you see that and faster, we can accuse him, whether bad or good. That's the African position for you. I don't think what will make Nigeria to be great, but what will make themselves to be more popular. But I thank God for the Nigeria Watch family and the PeterObi himself and members of Labour Party for their revolutionary movement. I pray that all of us will get it right, because when we get it right, Nigeria become a great country, not a third world country as it is now, but a super nation, a superpower like China and Russia and America. People will take us an important people. So I thank all of you. Continue doing amazing work and wonderful work. Thank you, the panelists, for your contribution, for what you people are doing. I thank all of you. Thank you, my brothers. This is what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. Thank you for joining us again. Good to have you back. Thank you, sir. All right. Mr. Victor, you just joined us right now. You're the last person. Please, if you can make it within 3 minutes so that we can move on to the second segment quickly. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Niger. I just want to bring to the attention of everybody that, look, there is something that I've noticed, that there is this subconscious intuition in every Nigerian right now to vote for PeterObi. I will start with 2 or 3 examples. There is a woman vying for House of Reps from ADC in Edo State. I don't know if you've seen that video. She put her picture and she put PeterObi's picture next to her. And she is not in Labour Party. She's from ADC.
I've not seen it.
Okay. It's there on it's there on social media, And this is a good person, I'm not complaining about that. It's just that she's from a different party, but she knows the right person to be president. But there is one obvious one where we saw on one of their major campaigns where the opponent was saying, vote PeterObi. You saw that one, did you?
No, I haven't seen anything you are talking about, sir.
Okay, but I believe if I have time in the second round, I'll go and look for it and I'll bring it out. But this guy was saying vote PeterObi. Did you see the bags of rice that they were distributing in the north and they put PeterObi's picture in it?
Yes, I saw that. We showcased that about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yes. So there is a subconscious movement among the opposition in support of PeterObi. But let me leave that quickly and go to the Nigerian soldiers in reference to what Thre was saying about the soldiers, that they are mercenaries. Like somebody said earlier on, I think it was you or one of the panelists. Good evening, everybody. Anyway, good evening, panelists. And going back to that, do you know that since 2010, when Boko Haram started, the Nigerian army have recruited over 52,000 Boko Haram. I did my research on that. I can give you a reference. They have pardoned and recruited 52,000 of them into the army. So Omala Sowore, somebody said that he is too blunt. He's an activist, which is correct. I agree with you. He is an activist and he comes out, he just says his mind. He doesn't care about the consequences. But such words you will not hear from PeterObi's mouth. PeterObi is very careful. So one thing what Omala Sowore said is true, because these people, they have put in 52,000 unvetted repentant Boko Haram, so-called repentant, into the army as we speak. And for sure, a certain percentage of them are in the east right now, carrying out atrocity, killing young Igbo men, trying to wipe out the Igbos. So they've just removed them from the forest and legalized their AK-47 and transferred them to the east to go and do all sorts of atrocities backed by the government. So Omala Sowore is right on that, but I think there is a better way of phrasing it. He should have thought about it better. And like somebody said, if you become president now, you're going to say you have mercenaries as soldiers. I would say, no, it's a very difficult thing to say. What I would do if I were in their shoes, either Thre or PeterObi's shoes, I will go to the Ministry of Defense and ask them to give me a list of everybody who joined the army from 2010 till date. And we will go and vet them again. And then we will now hold another meeting to decide what to do with those ones who came from Boko Haram, because they don't belong. There is no way you can guarantee that they are loyal to the Nigerian army. You know, nobody can have two masters. They already have one master, and if something goes wrong tomorrow, these people are going to leak secrets, they are going to share locations, they are going to cause mayhem. I don't trust them. That is just my own. And then I will go to Emefiele. Emefiele was ranting on social media, and he was accusing Aboki FX of increasing the rates in Nigeria. And he also opened his mouth and said that he is not on social media himself. So where is he getting his information from? Who is sending him his information? What newspaper is he reading? You know, that guy has no clue, because Aboki FX, for over almost 2 years right now, Aboki FX has stopped trading online. If you log on to Aboki FX right now, you will see all the exchange rates are zero, and they will just tell you blank there that, look, we are not doing this thing, because Nigerian government has been on their tails for a very long time. The people who are trading money right now, it is way, way more than Aboki FX. Before you talk to 2 or 3 Nigerians right now, I'm sure you will get a phone number of somebody where you put money in their account in the UK or in the US or in Switzerland or in Canada, and the next thing, the money will appear in the account in Nigeria. And they have a channel, an underground channel, where they know the exchange rate. So going after Aboki FX is just ranting. Aboki FX was one of the earlier people back then, 2010, 2011, 2012, up to 2015, and they started giving him problems from 2018 or 2019. That's when they started giving him problems. Now the thing has spread wide. Everybody right now can transfer money. They just need 1-2 phone calls, go to 1 or 2 websites, go to 1 or 2 underground apps, know where the current currency is. And, you know, 2 people agree, and then they change money. That is it. There is nothing he can do about it. They are trying to bring the pound and the dollar back to 500 naira or less. That is not going to happen. It will only happen when PeterObi enters and Nigeria begins to become a production country, not a consumption country. When we start to increase our GDP, then the naira will start to appreciate. That is the only thing that can change it. There's no magic about it at all. So with that, I will leave it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my people, I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much for your time with us. We've been here now for 3 hours, 22 minutes.
I think he said some things that are just not accurate about 50,000 these Boko Haram members recruited into the military. Okay. And he shouldn't be making such assertions without providing evidence. Because clearly, all the information I see online is them complaining that the military complain that people are saying that they are recruiting people into the military. And people are accusing them of recruiting Boko Haram into the military. It tells you that they are not recruiting 50,000 into the military. And if you have evidence of what you are saying, you should provide it instead of saying that the defense minister should provide you the list of all recruits. That is outrageous. Come on, man. People can't just say stuff like that.
Okay. That's what this platform is all about. When you say something, we must have 1 or 2 percent.
Mr. Tunaja, I will respond by posting a link. I will post the link here so that you can go and read it for yourself online. I will post it.
Okay, please post it on the private chat, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, my people. Please help us to share and like this broadcast. But I noticed something today that nobody give me super chat today. Nobody buy me water at all. Why? When I say I don't need water, I don't want to drink water or coffee. So my best drink ever on coffee. You know, and I don't buy me coffee today. All right. I know the appeal. I say make I let you know. Meanwhile, the likes. What happened to the likes? I know that all the Thre platform now is occupied. You know, to be honest, because of the views, we have 672 people watching us right now across all the platforms. Only Naija Watch is, you know, the views hindered Naija Watch himself today. I don't know why. Naija Watch have less than 200 watching. And in the other two platforms, I don't know, people pack go there more today. But that's fine. It happens once in a while. You know, yes, all the platform have monetization. So you can click on the dollar sign, buy us coffee or water. We appreciate that. The dollar sign is just right there on the comment section. And the like, please hit on the like button, please, my people. Press the like button and let's appreciate that. Please help us to share. Okay, somebody, Henry Gabriel, don't give buy me. This one not be water, this one pass water or blessing up on the DM. Henry Gabriel buy for me. So pounded yam and goosey soup. No, pounded yam and bangas. No. Sorry. Starch and bangas soup. Yes. Now I'll use this and it won't take back. Thank you very much, sir. Your pocket never ever run dry. Thank you. Please press the like button. We have 113, 113 likes. I need more, please. I'm not greedy. Please just press it.
Just to quickly say, Mr. Tunaja, the link is on the private chat now. You can just click on it and read the article yourself.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victor, for that. That was swift. Thank you, sir. I like that. You know, when you say something, that's what this platform is known for. Everything we say here, we back it up with a classified content. So thank you. Yes, more. Oh, that what I be talking, but that don't buy me. Okay, my calculate how they take buy this one for me now. You know, I get if I get starch and banga soup from Henry Gabriel, then isn't one good come buy goat meat for inside for me. Because that starch and banga soup, they not put meat before. Come buy goat meat for inside. Why Mr. Charles? He said, don't come say, no, man, put chicken joiner. Naija was eat, may forget the energy till they talk to us. Say, okay, wow. Mr. Pastor can say, no, you know, we'll go like that. May you buy take away your love, you know. Hi, this one, now mega chicken, now will go buy it. No mega chicken for Lucky. And then, you know, say my buy take away your love chicken. Better one, man, take and follow body. But Hillary can say, no, Mona calm down. Car when you take go there, now fuel. Now you need make a buy fuel put. My people, now God bless you now. I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much, my good people. All right. I can see Alexander Gomez. Thank you very much, sir. Wow. You see, I talk this all the time. Ask and it shall be given unto you. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you shall find. I mean, you know, for Bible like that. Because I ask now, say I'm money full everywhere. To know, say I get people who love me. I know say you where they watch me, so you don't love me. But me, I don't know the reason. But I love you. See love now. Thank you very much, my everybody. I'm so grateful for this. And I can see on the other channel, from the other channel, this one is Hillary is coming from the other channel, not from Naija Watch. Thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. Some of you are from the other channel. Some of you are from Naija Watch. Wow. I don't even know how I want to calculate this thing. I beg Madarita, borrow me calculator for there. And God bless you now. Thank you very much, my people. Appreciate you. I can see Peter Okonkwo. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Victor, wow. Now do well. See now, thank God say I no shame. Make I do like this. Say I no ask. I ask now. Una don't shower me. I'm so grateful. Now God bless you now. I'm going to put all this on the screens while Showore is playing. But meanwhile, make we hear what Showore really talk. Although that video now 7 hours, I don't feel cover everything. But what happen here now be say we get like 3 minutes from inside or so. Make we just quickly hear them. Let Showore talk. You know, we can meanwhile, Mona still remember say Mr. Pansat and Morio, I still get them here. I will go recapitulate back on that. But more quickly see this one first. Because somebody say Morio, so we later say over his dead body for him to support PeterObi. I know if you see that part. I look for him. I not say this platform. when you talk, we find out. We know you're the carry the judge for a year like that. But Moko will listen, more watch this one quickly.
Labour Party were aligned with Atiku. That's the plain truth, because that is their root, that's their origin. So that's the way to understand where these guys are coming from. So I cannot, for instance, go and have alliance with PeterObi when his campaign manager, the BOT of his campaign, Obasanjo, Obasanjo is in charge of nominating DG for PeterObi's campaign, even without PeterObi's knowledge. When you were speaking, I know you are PeterObi person, because most of you, like I said, are overflow from PDP. You are complaining about Goodluck Jonathan kicking out. What is wrong with campaigning against a thief? Jonathan was a complete thief. They ruined the Nigerian treasury. Had Jonathan not run Nigeria the way he ran it, there wouldn't have been a Buhari. You should blame Jonathan for creating the atmosphere for a Buhari presidency because of the way he handled the Nigerian treasury. And posterity will judge all of you, including me, who at one time, for ethnic reasons, religious reasons, tolerated criminality in our country because it suits you. The people who are campaigning for PeterObi today, that you call your leaders, they were campaigning for Buhari in 2015, openly with PeterObi. You don't ask him why he campaigned for Buhari, because it suits your agenda and it suits your sentiments. But anybody that is against your candidate suddenly is being used. I feel insulted, my brother, to say that at the age of 52, I'm older than Obama at this time that I'm running for president of Nigeria. At the time,
Mr. Najawatch, I have to go now. I don't want to listen to this. I have to go.
You look at me in the face at the age of 52, after 3 decades of fighting for democracy, going to jail, getting my whole body messed up, my brother killed. You look at me with disdain and you tell me that I'm being used against PeterObi. PeterObi, that is the person that has worked with every corrupt leader in Nigeria, including being a special advisor to Jonathan at the height of theft of national resources. He was an economic advisor to Jonathan when they were stealing Boko Haram money. Have you never found out? So, and that doesn't disturb you, but it disturbs you that I'm exercising my democratic right to contest for the presidency of my country, just like you could. Suddenly, anybody that doesn't work for PeterObi is working for some marooned cabal somewhere. If Afenifere can deliver Yoruba land for you, PeterObi, what is the big deal about Showore? If Northern Christians can make him win the presidency, will it matter that I'm running? No. If all the power blocks can make him become president that you have mentioned, including Edwin Clark, the only thing you see is your own narrow perspective of who should be candidate and who should not be candidate. And as far as you are concerned, the moment is not your candidate, everybody else can go to hell. I think that is wrong. And I reject it. And I reject the denigrating attitude towards any other person that is not PeterObi running in this election. My brother, by February 25th, we will know who will be president of Nigeria. And I hope it is me, so that you can get dignity you deserve as a Nigerian. Because this is one of the problems we have. We look down upon ourselves. Who is PeterObi that I cannot challenge him in an election? And it becomes a problem, If I were to have a sense of entitlement, I would say to you that PeterObi should not be allowed to contest election because he never fought for democracy or a candidate. But I'm saying it's not necessary to insult somebody that they are working for somebody because they don't work for your candidate. Your candidate is working for somebody. I can tell you that today. But you don't agree. PeterObi works for Atiku. He works for the PDP.
Now you are accusing PeterObi working for Atiku. What if I accuse you working for somebody else?
Because it's what I know, Yes, and he has been Atiku's VP before. So I have sufficient evidence that they're all jacking people around. The reason you guys get upset about me is that I can't be jacked around. You know that.
Thank you so much.
You have Peter. You have Peter.
No, wait. You're not asking me to join Peter Omiadi. I will say to you here today, Peter Obi is brighter than most of the presidential candidates in this race. I've been with him, I've listened to him. Bright guy, solid guy. But nobody listening to him because he's not Peter Obi. If they put Peter Obi and Peter Obi together to debate, Peter Obi will defeat Peter Obi. You will regret the day you start supporting Peter Obi.
Okay, that last statement got me thinking. This last one got me thinking. You know why? When people are saying Sowore is jealous of Peter Obi, Sowore is this, he hates Peter Obi, that last statement said it all. Because that doesn't have anything to do with because it's your opponent and all that. It looks like Sowore, you hate this man for a reason I don't know. Check that last statement. Check this. It doesn't have any. Every other thing was talking about is okay. You can speak against your opponent, but that last statement.
Peter Obi is brighter than most of the presidential candidates in this race. I've been with him. I've listened to him. Bright guy, solid guy. But nobody listening to him because he's not Peter Obi. If they put Peter Obi and Peter Obi together to debate, Peter Obi will defeat Peter Obi. You will regret the day you start supporting Peter Obi. His sound upstairs, he was a judge. Oh, I cannot align with Labour Party. Just don't waste your time. I can't align with Peter Obi. It's not, you are wasting time here discussing it.
Wow. Okay. Before we start talking
Mr. Elvis,
please hold on, please. I have not finished. Let me quickly play these 30 seconds between Passat and Mr. Omoroi.
There'll be a whole lot more after the election. They just took their legs off our necks. This is not a joke. It's not a turn-by-turn thing here. I wouldn't be here. After this election, stop coddling Sowore and having him running his mouth. He cannot win a single local government. So
you are the one running your mouth. Like, stop, be respectful to Sowore. Are you mad? Are you all right?
Mute that guy. Mute him.
You guys can hear that. Mr. Mori was the one that insulted him first. I quote him, said, "Are you mad?" So you understand. I understand that he's a fan of Sowore, but he insulted Mr. Pansat first. Watch that. You know.
Mute him. It's my turn.
Are you mad?
Mute that guy. Mute him.
Are you mad? Are you all right?
Mute that guy. Mute him. It's my
Sowore. Are you mad? Are you all right?
Mute that guy. Mute him. It's my turn.
Are you mad?
Mute that boy right now.
Omoroi, hold on.
Mute that son of a bitch.
No. Pansad, no, you don't say.
That was what one of our brothers was saying today, that Mr. Pansad wouldn't have responded that way, you know, despite that Mr. Mori was the one that insulted him first. So anyway, let's talk about all this quickly. To be honest, we are only going to take 3 minutes on this last one.
Mr. Elvis, quickly, can you confirm this breaking news?
Can you
confirm? I correct that link that was sent?
What's happening? If you want to talk to me, you can't be playing anything on your background. It's destructive. I don't like
exactly. I wanted to correct the link that was sent about recruiting into Boko Haram.
Okay.
You see, comprehension is a problem. That statement didn't say that they were recruiting people into Boko Haram. Let me read it for you. It says 52,000 surrendered terrorists comprised fighters, those conscripted by force and their families. They are referring to the people that surrendered include the people that were conscripted by force and their families. But somehow that conscripted means that they conscripted them into our national military, not conscripted into this terrorist group. You see what I mean? And this just one line turned the whole thing to Nigeria military recruited 50-something thousand Boko Haram fighters. That is crazy. That our ability would have swelled up to a higher number by now. Nigeria has never done that for the last how many decades? 4 decades, 50-something thousand soldiers in 1 year. That's madness. And this is the thing. People say stuff and they don't really check the details very clearly. That is it there. 52,000 surrender terrorists, comprise fighters. Look at the command there. Those conscripted by force and their families. Conscripted by force into Boko Haram. That's what they are referring to.
Okay, we can move on, and that's why I wanted to put that on the screen. Yes, let's just
Mr. Elvis, can you confirm this breaking news?
What's that?
Is Abaribe dead?
I'm not sure. I have not seen anything like that. I'm here with you guys.
I just received the breaking news that Abaribe died in a London hospital. Because you're in UK, that's what I'm asking.
Me did the hospital.
No, you know the
What kind of talk is that?
It's like the UK.
Because you're in London.
No, me, I don't say you're an expert in validating information.
No, I can do research. You say, but because I'm
Mr. Evans, I just want to apologize to this.
Mr. Naija Watch, now you go check Tinubu for us. So.
Mr. Evans, let me apologize to this guy, Mr. Pastor. What I said before, that he was the one he insult. It was tomorrow you insult him first. You know, I'm very sorry to say that he insulted first, right?
Because that's why
Mr. Abaribe is not dead. They say it's a rumor. Abaribe is not dead.
He's not dead. It's a rumor. I just got it now. It's a rumor, please. Yes.
Okay.
Who is Abaribe, by the way?
Senator Abaribe, the outspoken. Senator Abaribe,
from Abia State.
The outspoken minority
If you don't know who is Abaribe, you look at it. Let me put it on the screen. That's him there. You can see the headline saying that Senator Abaribe is not dead, right? Can you see that, guys?
Yeah, now we can see. Yeah, we see.
Okay. Is he part of our team or who? Or
exactly, how does it concern us?
I bet no know as body they catch person here. What it concern all these people? I bet give me news about how we want to win election.
Mr. Naija Watch. Mr. Naija Watch.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to say something that this Sowore, the last place you play, when they ask him question before you enable him to say Peter, something like that, will you play from that place for we to understand why Sowore we are saying those things, please?
Because I don't really need to. We are not here to debate about that. What I can show is what I'm showing there, sir. I don't want us to stretch that. You can go watch that on Dr. Damage's platform so that you can understand it much better. Then maybe you can reference to it next time we're on air. People, before you came in, I guess, people reference to what he said. Some people called in, and I cannot blame Sowore if I have not watched that video. So during the time some of you were contributing, I have to go do my research on the 7 hours video to look for what Sowore was saying. So it was a cut on what I can find. So I believe there are still a lot of part that I could not get, to bring here. So for me, the topic is not about Sowore. People brought Sowore issue here, and I wanted to be fair, in what happened. And then Mr. Pansad and Mr. Mori, they had a go at themselves as well. So I believe they have settled themselves as well. So let's move on, my people. Election shall not be war. After 25th of February, we all will become family again. Thank you. Please, the first person here now, I'm going to give 2 minutes now. 2 minutes. Mr. Pansad, please use your 2 minutes.
Thank you very much.
It's a closing remark, though. Closing remark, everybody 2 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
All right, thank you. Let me say to my brother that he doesn't, Mr. Henry Gabriel, you don't have to apologize. Obviously, we're all worked up. Our cost is just, though. Let me also thank my friend, Dr. Alexander Gomez. He's in all platforms. He contributes a lot of money in this one here. And I hope his electricity is restored to his gate. Now, Mr. Okundaye, who's here, I have to tell you about, if you had gone back 2 weeks ago and you see him making the case for PeterObi, you'll be proud that we're supporting the right candidate. I mean, he's the only one out of maybe 9 or 10 panelists and that host counts as like a double. It's like another 10 by himself, as Antai will be. And Mr. Kundaye is there representing us very well. I want to touch on Mr. If I'm the kind of guy that gets along with anybody, I'll stop right here, but I don't want to get along with everybody. I want to say that even though Mr. Tunaija and I agree on the show matter, that he's out of order. I mean, how could you sit there and see Showore, one of our allies, a youngster who's got it all? We wanted him there in office. I voted for him in 2019. Calling PeterObi a thief, associating with thieves, at a Manchurian candidate for Atiku, and it just had it forces a shock to the system. Now, if you're not shocked that he said that, when you look at Showore making a fool out of himself right there, if you don't pinch yourself and see if this is what is this, it's more than bizarre. What did he do? What did PeterObi do? He's not attacked him. PeterObi hugged Showore the last time I saw them together on TV. Hugged him, was very happy to be with Showore, but come on. When I saw the animals come out from this Showore, I was like, what? So I would not forget to say what I want to say to you, to Niger. Earlier in the program, I think it was this morning, you and I were in a panel. Elvis was there. I say you are a one-issue voter, trying to defend our military, have integrity. Don't call them names that they are machineries and all that. But the soldiers are not supposed to defend us.
Okay,
Nigeria
sir. Your minutes is over.
Yeah, let me just conclude by saying that the soldiers were blessed with Nigeria being a regional power. We don't have enemies like Ghana or Cameroon who could invade us. Is that our police are supposed to defend us, civil rights and all those kind of things. The soldiers are supposed to be in the barracks somewhere, defending us from external forces, right? So you had a chance to talk to PeterObi, mano a mano. You had a chance to talk to Showore, mano a mano. You just heard what Showore said about PeterObi. But what's upsetting you is that he called our soldiers foreign mercenaries. So I want you to eat some meat, put down the milk. Let's go. Thank you very much. I had a lot of things to say, and I believe that I should have been allowed more time on this. All right, thank you.
Save it for tomorrow. Thank you. All right, Mr. Henry Gabriel, use your 2 minutes, sir.
Well, anyway, what I have to say, not so much. What we have to do, everybody should tell their family at home what the right thing to do. Go there and vote for PeterObi.
Exactly.
For a better Nigeria. No matter what blue, black Showore is saying, we don't give a damn about it. Showore is just jealous. And something, I think there's something strong with him. He need a medical attention because it's not talking right these days. Or it's aggressive and mannerless. I don't think it grows from a good home where they teach him how to talk to people. We don't need a president like that who cannot even address people properly. All we need is a president that will take everybody along, no matter how they behave, to obey rule and regulation of the land. Not less. We don't need no less leader. So we look at it. God, thank God, we know that. No, we didn't know we're going to go far like this. It's just God who did it. So we need a president that can take everybody along, not people. President like Showore who's trying to insult everybody. He's the best one. The other ones are thieves. He's the best one. He's the good one. We don't need people like that. What we need is PeterObi to make this better for us. We pray things work well so Nigeria will be called a great country. Thank you.
God bless you, my brother. You said it all. Thank you. Please, I wish I can tell everybody to send message to our family back home. You know, this time, to be honest, our submission should be based on indoctrinating the people back home on who to vote for and how they can go about it. Also, we should also encourage them with anyhow, because we are getting close. We shouldn't take this lightly. Thank you very much, Gabriel. Thank you. Tunaja, please, your 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah, and the last time I spoke about that security stuff, I corrected Pansat. I hope I don't have to correct him again. I am about security, not necessarily only military, and military also protects the police. What do you think protects the police? And he also under the impression that Nigeria doesn't have enemy. I'm your military, and you find out what enemies Nigeria have. It's because they are stealing from you, bleeding your country dry, and keeping people poor. That's why they are not seeing them yet. The moment you have 1 million soldiers, you discover that you have enemies then. You see what I mean? If you have your doors open and people are coming to rob every day, do they need to even bring guns anymore? They don't need to bring guns to each for you to realize. They will just come and take the stuff. The day you put a gate and you put gate man, that's when you see the armed robbers will come with guns. So let's not pretend here. Our country, the military protects the from external forces and internal forces, and the security services internally and externally. The instability we see in our country is because we don't have any form of accountability, and because there's no security. Because how can you have 4 refineries, not one of them is working? A technology that was created in 1901. Jesus Christ, you should know something is sabotaging that country. Go and just search the gray zone, and you find out that countries fight war in different ways. It's not only when they invade you that you expect to see that you expect that you are fighting a war. You are fighting a war every single day. And how you didn't know that, I'm really surprised. But then again,
no, but
not everybody has to be on the same page.
Give me 1 minute on that, okay? You cannot be dogmatic about it. You cannot make it by fiat.
Because it's the most important thing we've never had for 400 years. I'm not playing with this. I'm not here for politics. This is our survival. This is what we've learned for 400 years. So don't step on it on my own account. I don't compromise on that one.
I understand. By the way, I'm not far away from you on that. I believe generally, yeah, we should have that. But the point I'm making, if you find out that our soldiers are the ones who are killing us, if you go to Sharia, if you go to Zaria in southern Kaduna, and you have the military go there and kill over 1,000 people, right? Or if the soldiers are the ones selling that oil, because it's impossible, like PeterObi says, you cannot put it in your pocket, that oil. We have sufficient soldiers to intercede. I'm asking you, if you find out that it's our military, it's actually our problem. I bet you. Hold on. If you retire,
at the same time, you do you know how many lives they are saving every single day?
I understand.
That is the military that you find out.
Okay, but I'm saying to you, you cannot just say because they say that patriotism is the last refuge of a scoundrel. Just because you're saying I love our military, they don't talk about our military. That doesn't give you any super citizenship. We want everything thoroughly checked out, because the sunlight is a very good.
Well, you are accusing them of killing Nigerians as
they are killing Nigerians.
They are killing, but that is not the only job they are doing. Okay. They make mistakes all the time. All militaries make mistakes all the time.
Let's move on. Thank you very much, both of you. Thank you. We are getting close to round up right now, so thank you. Thank you to Niger. I think I should move on to the next person right now. Mr. Peter Okundai, please talk to us in 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you for my advice, my kindly advice. Everybody should go and get your PVC. Tell your family home, get your PVC, vote for PeterObi to become president. But please, people should understand that there are countries without army and they still survive. What we have in Nigeria calling military.
Don't just say stop, name them.
Okay, let me go for Google and I will tell you when in the next time. But there are countries without army. I'm telling you because I know.
People, you just say stuff. They don't exist.
No, I know. And you go it, you will see.
No, but Mr.
Okay, let me use Switzerland. Switzerland doesn't have military. Switzerland doesn't have military.
You know what you just said? Hold on.
Switzerland doesn't have army.
He just walked into that one. He just walked into that one. Let me tell you what Switzerland has.
No, don't worry. It's my time. It's my time.
Let me tell you what Switzerland has.
It's my time.
Switzerland has 370-something military bunkers.
Thank you.
300 more soldiers. They have more bunkers than we have soldiers.
It's my time.
All right, let you finish. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Not only Switzerland. I will, tomorrow I will tell you another country without army.
You're going to walk into a brick wall. Go and find out.
Oh God. Oh God. It's my time. Please. We are not fighting war with Cameroon or Niger or any other country. So
vote Peter Obi. Enough. Vote Peter Obi. That's what we'll be saying. Thank you.
So vote Peter Obi, as I said. So thank you and God bless everyone. That's all.
Mr. Peter,
sorry.
Sorry. He's a comedian. I like you so much. Mr. Peter Akudaye, you don't speak that your English for us today. Wait till come happen. Mr. Peter Akudaye, get English when you speak for us the other day. Where we call it digest for here. All right, Alex Edopiki, please talk to us.
Una we still laugh, keep person for here. Anyways, at least we get what they still laugh about. That's good.
No, it's very important.
If we don't laugh, life too serious for its own. Like they talk every day till we reach the place where they go. I beg, people should go and get their PVCs, no matter how difficult they are making it. Encourage them. If somebody talks to you and says he or she is having problems with getting their PVCs, look for one way or the other to encourage them financially, otherwise, so that they will get it. Because if we make all this talk, all this debate, fight ourselves here, quarrel, at the last, nobody go collect PVC and vote. It's just like wasted energy. So we should direct our energy at reaching our goal. That's my take on this. Every other thing is not so important for now. Thank you and God bless you.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you for making that swift. Okay, Mr. Victor, your 2 minutes starts now, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Niger. Let me use the right of reply for Mr. Niger. I've just looked at that article again, and the 52,000 people included women and children, families of people forced into Boko Haram. Not necessarily everybody joined the armed forces from Boko Haram, but what is clear is that a lot of repentant Boko Haram were recruited, and the highest amount that a Boko Haram member alleged is 40,000. No, not all of them joined. That is just the number of Boko Haram people. Not all of them joined the force, but the number that the government has is 1,500. You know, so
you mean are captured ones?
Both captured and killed, 40,000. But
the ones that they captured there were 52,000. So, but it's different from saying you recruited them into the Nigerian military, which was what I was disputing.
Yeah,
the 2 minutes is over now.
Well, no, I've not spoken for 30 seconds now. I beg, let me finish. I beg.
Okay, okay, please focus on your remaining 1 minute 10 seconds.
Oh. I don't laugh now. 5 seconds. Okay. Let me rush this quickly. Yeah, we need a strategy to come up with and force INEC to install polling booths inside campuses, because students are going to be at university when election is going on. How are we going to come up with that? We need somebody to speak up for us. If you're on Twitter, I'm not on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, Facebook, please shout out. Let us shout out to people. If you're on whatever platform, I beg, let us shout out to people to collect their PVC. And then last thing I want to say is that barrister, that lady I told you about who belonged to ADC, her name is Barrister Juliet Ikayere. I think she's from Edo. It sounds like an Edo name. Ikayere, Ikhayere. And she's from Bori constituency in Abuja. So she's actually contesting to be an Abuja House of Rep member. So I'll rest my case there.
Thank you, sir. That's Ihayiri. Okay. I think, yeah, that's from Edo State. Okay. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your submission. All right, Mr. Shooks Ibubweze, talk to us, sir. In 2 minutes, your 2 minutes remain 30 seconds.
Yeah, thank you once again, Mr. Elvis. Yeah, there's not much to say, you know.
I beg, talk to our people for house. So there's much to say. Talk to them for house, I beg.
No, I mean the topics we've discussed, you know, there's not much to say about that, you know. we're all fighting for one good Nigeria, not just one Nigeria, one good Nigeria. So no matter which side you are on, whether you are Showores or PeterObi, it's all the same good Nigeria we are looking for. So I'm using this opportunity to ask everyone, it doesn't matter which side you are, just go and get your PVC first. Because getting your PVC, we still have about 31 or 32 days. Once you have that PVC in your hands, you become more confident. You will tend to listen to them more, see who is making sense. Because there are some people who are running away from speaking to you and I. If you don't hear from them, don't vote for them. Because the same way you don't hear from them, when you vote for them, the same way you cannot hear from them when something happens. When there's kidnapping and all this, you will not hear from them. You and I are crying today. Buhari doesn't talk to us. Buhari doesn't talk to us. He never talked to us before 2019. Do we say we did not know that he has not been talking to us? It didn't just happen. So I am urging each and every one of us, go and get your PVC. Your PVC is your first bullet at hand. When you get it, come and listen to each and every one of them. Make your mind up. For me and my family and everybody I know, we have made up our mind that Obi is the right candidate. And I think if you listen to him, you'll be convinced that he is the right candidate for now. Thank you for giving me this opportunity again.
God bless you, sir. Thank you for always being here with us, encouraging us on what we're doing here. I appreciate you. My brother, Tiobala, you're the last to give you 2 minutes submission, and let's round up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Najawaj. You are a great man. God bless you. I hope you can hear me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Of course.
First of all, I think it's that time we start talking about building a system. If we have a strong institution, definitely all this corruption, killings, everything will be a thing of the past. Many of us have been a victim of police brutality, military oppression. In Nigeria, you don't talk to military anyhow. They'll just ask you to go and lie inside mud. They have killed people unnecessarily for no reason. They will just mark roadblock. If you don't give them 20 naira, they carry gun and shoot you for no. I think that is the end. Many have happened in Bini, along Lagos Express Road there. Many uncountable. To the extent that even man around and use them to shout every day. Nigerian military, they are doing worst. They are also doing good in one way or the other. But the point of the matter is that we should try as much as we can to build institutions that can even checkmate this military. It's enough we can recruit many militaries. But the most important thing is that let's have a strong institution. Thank you. Go and get your PVC. I must be sincere with you right now. PeterObi is coming. There is no two ways about it. And he must win this election. Thank you and God bless you all. Omoru, you calm down.
God bless you,
if you're for PeterObi, let us. If you're not for PeterObi, also let us know. Calm down.
No, Amoruyi was for PeterObi from beginning, but I don't know what happened. But it's okay. For me, everybody entitled to their opinion.
You know, one thing about Omoye Showore, everything about him is me, about him, me, and me. That is all about him. But the truth of the matter is that we don't even care about them at this moment. The most important is that let's get PeterObi elected. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for your submission. Thank you to every one of you that have contributed today. I want to say we are very, very grateful, my people. Thank you so much for your continuous support, encouragement here on this platform. I want to thank every one of you, all my spectators. I want to thank all of you right there on the comment section. Thank you very much, my people, my wonderful panelists. Now God bless all of you now. Thank you.
Mr. Najawash. Mr. Najawash.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I oppose this thing, Grenada, the country without army. Thank you.
Okay, Grenada. Okay.
These countries are countries barely 200,000 population.
Okay. At least
they are not even the population of Ajegule.
All right.
Yeah, but
no. The truth is, he went to no. No. I like the fact that he back up his claim. It doesn't matter the population, he back up his claim, so that's fine.
Fair point, but it's disingenuous to compare that to a population of 220 million people and a country that belongs to a class of countries that could be a superpower in the world. That's what Nigeria is. It's not a kindergarten.
Tonaja, can I ask you a question, please? Mr. Elvis, please, can I ask Miss Tonaja a question, please?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Tonaja, you remember the time Trump asked the military to go on the street and murder their citizens? Did you hear the response of the army general?
Oh my God! Have you heard about David Koresh?
No. There's a reason I am asking you this, because today, if you call Nigerian military to come and explain to the president or to even Nigerians, so thing, they never give a damn about you and I. You see, in as much as you are talking about recruiting, you should also think about their training and retraining, decolonization. I will use that word, decolonization, because our military is still colonized military. What do I mean by colonized military?
If that's what you are saying, I can agree with you on that. There's no reason why you can't improve training and decolonize or whatever you want to do. But one thing I would like you to understand is that
much more interested in, because until the military knows that they are not politicians, they can't be friends with politicians. They have to know that there's an institution that they are defending. Until we get that, the police in America speak to Trump the same way. That one even telling that he's talking nonsense. The police said, I posted it in Niger Watch some time ago. He said it clearly. Trump, if that is what you mean, that we should go on the street and start beating our citizens, you are talking nonsense, and it will not happen. That's exactly what he said. You understand? Let us be adding all these things, because there's no need. You get a military that has rascalities. They don't care. They don't care how. With Buhari today, the military don't even care. I'm telling you, a general.
Let me just say something to what he's trying to address. Yeah, because this thing that Nigerians feel towards their military, I understand it. I've seen it before, because the Nigerians security forces go on the street and they treat their people very, very badly. What I'm trying to explain is that the reason why you are seeing that is because they are not a professional military like other countries have them. If you have a professional military with the right size and the right kind of funding, you're not going to see this type of behavior. Just look at the countries with smaller than usual military, like Burkina Faso and all those countries. They misbehave a lot.
Our military. Why are you calling?
No, because they are small. The military is too small.
Military now.
See, come on. I am trying to explain the behavior. I'm trying to explain what you are seeing, because
can we go home now?
Yeah, if they give me a job to protect 2,000 people, and I know that it's very, very hard for me to do, I'll be paranoid. And that's what you are seeing from our military. They are underfunded and
sir, it's not underfunded. It's not underfunded. It is their mindset. They call people bloody civilian. I was controlling traffic in Iyaro. A military man came, instead of joining me, he was flogging me for me controlling traffic.
One minute, please. Can I just say something? Can I say something quickly?
That's the problem.
All right. Now,
can I say something, Mr. Naija, please? Mr. Naija, please give us another 15 minutes to complete this debate before you go, please, if you can afford it. Because I'm enjoying this
one. It seems like an important one, yeah.
Please, another 15 minutes.
Okay, I don't give another 15 minutes. I don't go talk more like your talk as soon as I like. I don't go order anybody. 15 minutes reach out, you're off the bar.
Exactly. Elvis, I beg. Just check the time. I go help you check out.
Iceland. Yeah. Let's start with Iceland now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on a look time. 15 minutes starts now. Go ahead.
All right. So let's start with Iceland. Iceland has
Coast Guard. Before your elders, which kind of African will you be, sir? Okay, you start now. 2 minutes. Let's try to do 2 minutes. Let's not, or somebody can interject. Let's not make it too long, please.
Okunda, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. When the British came into our land, our people were not blocking their door, and there was no thief. So why did we not? Because we now have military of Nigeria, it was there we now have thief. So we should check our mindset that is what is punishing us. The people who now become the military are the wicked people. That is why we are suffering in their hand. It is not because Nigeria have more thief than other countries. No, because the people who assume the positions of the power that are supposed to do their duty are doing opposite of it. That is what we are facing. Thank you.
So when we are leaving our doors open, you forget that that's the reason why we were enslaved and colonized in the first place. Because this world, there's no free lunch. Even Switzerland has 300,000 military bunkers. They have more bunkers than they even have soldiers. They have more bunkers than Nigeria has soldiers. So other countries that are doing these things are protecting themselves. Why are we not paranoid? So some other person can go, please. Some other person.
I'll go ahead and just say that.
Yeah.
A minute ago, I said to you, you called our military unprofessional. And I was being sarcastic, and I said,
I know.
Why? Okay, so I hope you didn't, that didn't get.
No, I know you were trying to troll me there, yeah.
Exactly, okay. Next person, thank you very much.
I think Nigerian military, they need more training. They need more orientation. The way and manner at which they treat Nigerian citizens is very unfair. So another thing is that increasing the size of military is good, but I think they should deploy more technology in fighting or in protecting their border, because they cannot be everywhere at the same time.
Yes, that's the point of expanding the military to a reasonable size. I'm not asking for something exceptional. Let's just get to standard levels of other countries. If you look at Switzerland now, they have 140,000 soldiers. That's basically what Nigeria has, and their population is about 8 million.
For you to achieve this, goal you are talking about to Nigeria, you need to have a leader who is visionary, a leader who can listen to the thoughts of people.
Exactly.
You know,
That's
you
the
were
right
you were opportunity to talk to a presidential candidate that day. You know, not the one that is fighting up and down like show worry. At least you were supposed to talk to somebody that. Have you been able to speak with Tinubu? Have you been able to speak with Atiku? The answer is no.
Yeah, I'm happy I was
leadership.
Able to
Leadership. That's what I was expecting.
But when you say leadership, it starts from the people. Look at that. The first time I said this, a lot of people thought I was talking nonsense. How can a leader convince you of that? Because if the people don't understand it, they are not going to demand it of their leaders. The truth is, PeterObi knows this himself. That's why every time he talks now, he says, first thing, security. He says it all the time now. First thing he has to do is security, because he knows that if you don't take care of that, everything you are building is on sand. Really, that is just basics.
I never talk.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, Tunaja, yes, I get what you're saying. You know, that's why I mentioned decolonizing the minds of our military. You know, I told you, I come from military background, right? You see, if you go where they do recruitment, you will know that they are just, in fact, all the treatment they're giving them there, that is what they vent on Nigerians when they come out. When you go to where they are doing recruitment, right? They're calling them bloody civilians. You see, all these kind of languages you'll be hearing from them.
Yes.
So once they wear that uniform, right, what gets into their mind is we are no more bloody civilians, that we can do what we want. Did you see the recent incident where an army officer come on the street fighting the police?
Yeah,
man,
just because
he was running on a one way. You understand? So the most important thing we have right now is to make sure that we bring those who knows the job of the military to train our military, then recruit. Because if we go and recruit 10 million now, right, and we did not train them, we give them this kind of training, forget, there's nothing that we're going to get out of them. We just have numbers. That's where I leave it.
The way I look at it is that mine is, to be fair, I know that you guys will not like this. I'm very, very crude about these things, because my focus is on our very survival. And it's like sometimes you might have a very family and everything is good, but without security,
your survival is in question. And for me, I don't care anymore. I'm past point of. That's why I don't do politics too much. But my focus is: are we strong enough as a people to defend ourselves if people come for us?
Yes,
that
yes,
has to change. No, it hasn't changed. We are not. Let's face it, we are not strong enough. Our borders are open. Our country is barely defended.
Not in city.
The strength of your economic power.
People can argue on this, right?
The strength of your military also depends on your economic power. Nigeria economic power is so down right now.
And it's a feedback loop. And the strength of your military also helps reinforces your economy. Without your military, that's why we have been poor. Why do you think we are poor?
No. Mr. Tunaja.
Just name me one country that is doing very well, and I will just point their military out.
Mr. Tunaja,
you see.
Mr. Tunaja, let me say something. I live here in Italy. My house is just next to the soldier barrack. Soldier is coming out of his gate. I'm coming from work. He has to stop for me to pass. Can Nigeria soldier do it? If he see you inside the bus, he will drive you down to overrun the bus.
Come on, man.
But yes, soldier man will run. He has to stop.
Tunaja, do you know we can take it to another angle? Is it not our military that were there? The ships are coming in and stealing our oil. Look, you just shouting numbers.
Those are corruption is a different thing. See, even if you have the corruption, hold on, let me make my point.
I'm saying others because then we finish.
He's just shouting through it. Yeah, he's just shouting through it.
I'm waiting to talk.
See, okay, you have not talk spoken. No, sorry, I'm not. Just 10 seconds. Even if they did all those things and they are still powerful, they can still repel foreign entities. So next person go, please.
Okay, can I come in now, please?
You go now.
Go on.
My take on this is it cut both ways. Numbers, yeah. Technology has to go with it. The economic powerhouse has to go with it. These things go hand in hand. Just making the military big will not solve the issue. The people that they are protecting, they have to respect those people. Nigerian military does not respect its own citizens. How are they not going to fight the enemies when they are already having enemies within? So it has to start from the house, from within, to start having this empathy towards their own citizens. Then the citizens can even protect the military in case anything comes out.
Clap for you, brother. Clap for you, brother.
That's it.
Clap for you.
Citizens can protect the military. Come on, man. Let's not do this. The military is
protection. Thank you, brother. God bless you.
See, okay. When we talk about power,
I think you have limited knowledge on military. That's why you're speaking like this.
Why don't you want me to reply then? If I have such a limited one, why don't you let me tell you one thing? You see, he wants to shout through it now. He doesn't want me to reply because he doesn't want sense to. He doesn't want light to come through. Some people just want to stunt the conversation. Let me reply here. The truth is, if you want to defend your country, the military is the one that does the job. The police are the one that help in basically civil stuff. The military has to be there to repel. And what I'm saying here, I'm not talking anything profound. If you want to dispute it, dispute the fact with the world itself. Go and check online. Check that Italy that was just mentioned just now. Let me just check the size of it. 300,000. Get what their population is. They are about 50-something million. They are about 4 times less than our population and have more than twice our military. So how do you explain that? Every single country out there, even when they are peace, their military is still very, very high. And we are asleep and we don't even know why we are suffering, why we are poor, why we are always destitute all the time. We travel to foreign countries, they kick us out everywhere like as if we are slaves. Europeans at least have NATO. Asians have China. Indians have India. What do Africans have? Nigeria.
Let me come in quickly.
On this point, we are not going to have headway. So let's let Mr. Elvis close this talk. And
I want to finish with the number aspect so that you guys understand what is said about numbers.
Guys, wait.
Mr. Tunaja, is it the numbers that enable the soldier man to stop for me to pass? Or when I find soldier man inside train, he do not drive me away from for him to sit down? Isn't the numbers that cause it?
Are you going to say it's numbers? Are you going to say it's the numbers of American military that resulted in Abu Ghraib and resulted in destroying marriages and killing thousands of people? Are you going to say it's the number? Come on, all militaries do something wrong. Let's not pin
Wait.
In the wrong standard for our military all the time.
It's beyond numbers. It's beyond numbers, please.
Let us take the bull
number
by the
is
horn.
one of the most important things. Anybody will tell you that.
Guys, calm down for 1 second.
Okay, I'm going to read a quote from the internet now, so you see it.
Calm down for 1 second. Yeah, let me just say this. Give me 2 minutes because Mr. Evans gave us 15 minutes. We have used 10 minutes already. So let us spend the next 5 minutes very wisely. I will use like 1 minute or 90 seconds to say this. When I graduated from university, that was back in 1999, I did my NYSC in an army barracks. I spent 1 year. I lived with soldiers. Every morning we were going on parade. We'll come back, we'll do the exercise and everything. We went on, exercises and all that. I saw how they were living. I shook my head. Do you know what you call korofos, the junior officers? They give them just 1 room and a parlor. That is it. If you like, you have 10 children. You and your 10 children will stay inside that 1 room and that 1 parlor. And what you have behind your room is your toilet and your bathroom. And the bathroom is that kind of bathroom where they put something on the ground like a hole, and the water goes from the ground straight to the sockaway pit. No tiles, nothing. So see the kind of living condition that they live in, next to another like terrace houses. They live in poverty. Most of the buildings are broken down. Once you come out of your house, there is a stair, 2 or 3 steps that you climb before you get to the ground. Some of them, their steps are broken. Yeah? And then in the evening, you see these soldiers coming back home. They have their guns hanging around their shoulder, looking exhausted and tired. You see their wives and children, small children, 2, 3 years old. Daddy, welcome, and all that. Their wives washing clothes outside the front of their... That is the state. When you keep people in that kind of state, what do you think they are going to do outside when they go out on the street? They are going to be very angry. They will deal with anybody just to get that pride that, oh, soldiers have respect. The only people who
we don't have a lot of time, so be careful.
Yeah, the only people who enjoy the more are the officers. Those who graduated from universities or went through NDA, those are the ones who they gave flats, 2 or 3 bedroom flats to, and there are few in every barracks.
That is part of funding we are talking about.
Okay, can I just read this index that this website where they hold on. This is very, very important. This website, they collate the most powerful militaries in the world, and they are writing about it. They say factors to consider when evaluating a country's military strength. There are several crucial factors to consider when analyzing the strength of a nation's military. The capability and availability of equipment, vehicle, weaponry, and communication gear is essential. The quality of training each soldier receives is vital. The commander's ability to consistently devise effective tactical strategies can be pivotal. But one of the most fundamental measures of a country's military strength is the number of soldiers it can deploy.
Okay, so you've got that point out. I hope they say nice guys, now then they finish last. If I can get a word in here, I think I should be nominated to speak next. I haven't said anything.
Yes, you can speak, sir, so that we hear your opinion.
Okay, thank you. I was saying to Niger, first of all, nobody's against what you're saying here. The number is important. I believe that we have enough soldiers myself, but you never said anything about intelligence, military intelligence.
I said
hold on.
That too.
Accommodation. You forget about
somebody
it.
Else
all of them has to be included.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We agree with
police, intelligence, and military.
Right. The military has to be assessed and know what we need, and then those professionals will then recommend what we need. And I believe when adults come in there, like PeterObi and Baba Ahmed, they will assess the situation. How many do we need? What is our external threat? And then if you go and you recruit 1 million Nigerian soldiers that we have today, instead of having maybe 1,000 checkpoints in the southeast, then we're going to have a checkpoint in every corner, right? Because their thing is to occupy us, right? And to kill a lot of people, the Shias. If it's let's say you have what do you call it? A Sunni army, and then they have enemies who are Shia Muslims, then they're gonna go after them. That's what they'll be doing.
That's not how it works. That's not how militaries work.
Well, that's how
we should not use our tribal bias and fears
Let me
to define these things.
conclude by saying. Let me
please check that link. Everybody, check the link that I sent.
Let me say something.
The abysmal nature of our military.
Look, to Nigeria.
You guys are talking things, talking.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about the accommodation of the military? Have you been to the military barrack before? I went there when I went to Nigeria last year.
That's the point. It's going to create businesses. People are going to build their houses, their barracks, and all those things.
That is what I'm talking about, Mr. Tunaja. Allow this guy talk.
1 minute. I went there to Nigeria to Ekwan barrack when I went to Benin. I have a friend there, the captain. I went there. Then he took me to their barrack to go and check to see the officers where they live. Because I was complaining about Nigerian army. He said, "Come and see where they live." When he took me to the barrack, Ekwan barrack first, to go and look. You see their roof leak holes. When it rained, it fell into their beds. The roof, they live like pigs there. Then I said, no wonder they come out in the street, they behave like animals.
Exactly.
You're beginning to see now.
They have to buy everything themselves. The allowances, they don't pay. Sometimes they don't pay the allowance. The government give them the money to the officers. Keep these allowances. They use their generals, keep the allowances themselves.
Exactly. That's where the leadership comes about.
So they need to overcheck. They have to check all of them again. They have to take them to medical evaluation to see if they are okay. Some of them they are okay, and they need to be at least educated a little bit, know how to write. Some they cannot even write.
Not just a little bit, sir. They need to get good education, not just academic education.
Let me not put them too low. Let me just use it that way.
Right, I agree with you, but let me associate myself with those remarks.
But they cannot even address you. They cannot address you at least like a human.
You should expand your scope beyond numbers.
In the military,
my scope is all there, but the easiest one that we already have on the table are people. We have 200 million people that many of them don't have jobs. Can I just finish? 200 million people, many of them don't have jobs. You can create 2 million jobs, one in the military and all the other security services. And people are going to build their barracks. People are going to do their uniforms. It's going to stimulate the economy while securing the country and increasing investment. The stuff will pay for itself.
Thank you, Mr. Tunaja. Thank you, everyone that has spoken. You all have spoken well. But one thing I will just say here.
Just a minute.
It's going to solve a massive problem that we have.
They have to check the structure first.
To you directly. If you watch in China today, they are developing different robots, different technology to assist them, not just human. Yeah, it's good to increase military. See,
exactly. We are talking about technology.
China has 4 million soldiers.
They will come with robots and fight you.
China is developing robots. Okay, they already have 4 million soldiers.
Out of the 4 million soldiers, China
4 million.
I saw this one, and then I will hand it up right here. Out of the 4 million soldiers, how many are active military? How many are reservists? And how many are paramilitary?
1 to 2 million.
How many?
1 to 2 million at least.
Are you guessing or you know?
Active? No. It's I can find it out right here within how many minutes.
Yeah,
but it's about 1. I can guess that it's 1 to 2 million.
Go ahead.
Okay. Before you find it out, let me say something. For those saying that the soldier barrack is tattered,
it's 2 million. It's 2 million. Just to confirm, China has 2.1
we need to listen well.
million active military personnel.
Thank you, sir.
2 million.
For those saying Nigeria barrack,
you say 4 million. Most people are thinking
4 million. 4 million. The reserve are ready to go.
Okay, we have the numbers. We have the numbers. Let these guys
speak. Barrack. You see what I'm talking about? Ekwan barrack.
Thank you. Not only Ekwan barrack, because the one that my mother senior was a first person. So my in-law was retired as Navy commander. So for those that are saying soldier barrack is started, they are nowhere taken care of. Please, I want to ask. If you work for a person, he did not pay you, are you supposed to draw the person money or you are going to draw your children money? You are going to draw the person who's supposed to pay you money, not your children who you did not work for. So Nigerian soldiers are supposed to face those who are in position. They are head of the officers and whatsoever they call them positions that are supposed to give them money. Not the Nigeria that is working in the streets, which they're supposed to be protecting. and that those ones they now face their anger on because they are called bloody civilians.
They are not strong enough. They are too weak as a military to do their job.
You're very correct. But
country is not safe.
When they see all these bosses, the next thing you hear is Shonsa, Shonsa, Shonsa. That is why Mr. Tunaja says they are not strong enough. And there's another thing I agree totally with Mr. Tunaja there, that when the right people get into position, they will reform these things. People are going to have jobs.
That was me that said that. Tunaja could never in a million years.
Okay. I heard it from the platform. I thought it was Mr. Tunaja. But Mr. Tunaja also said something relating to that. People are going to have jobs. They're going to come and roof those houses. They're going to come and refurbish those houses, sew new uniforms, import new weapons.
Yes, it's going to stimulate the economy. And then business activity is going to improve. All of us in the diaspora are going to start returning back to Nigeria. People are going to feel safe in their country for once. We are not going to be spending money on iron bars on windows, gates on our doors. All of us are living in estates in Nigeria, for crying out loud. We are living in our own micro fortresses.
Yeah,
this is crazy. This is not how countries are organized.
Prison yard. Everybody have their own prison in Nigeria. True. You fence your compound around like a prison because you don't want anybody to come.
All this because of lack of security. All those things you see on the ground is a symptom of our lack of security, and we refuse to see it on time. And I just hope that the mindset starts changing, and PeterObi is coming in now talking about recruiting 1 million, and that's why he needs the support and the focus of Nigerians to get this done. I tell you, this is very, very significant. Our forefathers never did this. That is why we are in such a mess. We never secured our people.
Just another important thing again before, because Mr. Niger Watch is running out of patience now. But this is very important. The most important thing to change about our soldiers is that mindset. They have to know. They have to know that they are number one priority.
Just watch it. It will change. The moment they reach the right size, it will change. They will not even be able to take over.
They don't have to wait for size.
Let me finish 1 second. 1 second. Let me finish here, Mr. Tunaja. Their number one priority is to protect Nigerian borders. They have nothing to do with civilians. And if any soldier is listening on this platform, they should be reminded that they have no business with civilians. All those that they order you out of your vehicle and they start flogging you. All those nonsense.
No. They will not do that. That's when there is a natural disasters. When there's a state of emergency.
We experience what the point he just made. He say, if they tell the soldiers, say, you know, go work for Bata, then you go get paid for Leventis, right? If they don't pay them, the civilians have nothing to do with that, right? So you can't defend these soldiers and what they've been doing. For me to defend the Nigerian soldiers, hold on. For me to defend them the way they are right now, right? They cannot obey an unlawful order. It's in our constitution. We cannot hold them blameless in what's going on. I don't know the number. We have maybe 400,000 soldiers. That's enough for the threat we have.
Barely 150 we have. 150 or so, that's all we have.
Boko Haram, people running from Chad across the border, they're supposed to stop that. The threat we have is not the Shia Muslims in Kaduna. It's not the IPOB people protesting. The police supposed to handle those things. Their role right now is to stop Boko Haram from infiltrating. They're supposed to even go to Chad and drain that swamp. We have enough. We assisted.
Did you just say we have enough?
Yes, let me tell you why.
What's wrong with you? You just had the size of Italian military, and you still. This is our problem. We never learn.
Tell you why.
We are not fighting. We are not fighting another
country. The guy, man, I don't like when people can't learn. I just gave you the numbers of other countries, and you are still saying we have enough.
Listen to me.
When
Nigeria is not all right. Nigeria
is annoying me because this is the cost of our people, and people keep taking it as a joke. It's not a joke to me.
Nigeria, please let other people talk.
If you're looking down on Italy, okay, because they have 50 million people.
How can you say we have enough?
Can I finish?
He's right.
If you are looking down on Italy,
oh my God, you guys will never learn.
Because Italy has 40 million people.
Look at the link. Just go to that link and see the top 10 countries.
Can take over Nigeria today. Take them over. 40 million,
why do you think that
40 million people. Italy has power, they have lights, they have all kinds of things.
Why do you think they do have those things?
Stop measuring people by the number
Why
of people.
Why do you think they do have that?
Because the mind of their people are good to them. The mind of their people are good. That is why they have them.
They have
the mind of their people are good.
They have a good
your
government.
mind will not be good when other people are coming to steal all your things.
To Nigeria, let me ask you a question. To Nigeria, yeah? Look at Russia and Ukraine right now. Russia has millions of soldiers. Ukraine has less than 500,000 soldiers. Why have they not won the war? Can you answer me?
Because Ukrainians have about 1 million soldiers right now, and Russians are not dedicating all their resources just to fight the Ukrainians.
No,
they have to defend other parts. Have you seen the Russian territory? Somebody has to defend the other parts of the territory.
Wait 1 second. Yeah, Russia has lost 120,000 soldiers from February last year till this January right now. Ukraine has lost only 20 million. Why is that?
20 million.
You don't get
20 million versus 100 and something thousand. What do you mean? That
sorry. 20,000 Ukrainian soldiers have died and 120,000 Russians have died. Why is that?
If you say that is the case, then I find that hard to believe, because you're probably getting your reports from the Western DC media that are telling you that Russian soldiers are dying more than Ukrainians. I find that hard to believe.
It is all over the internet.
No, it is truth. It is truth. Russia died more than the
truth. All right, you're gonna believe anything if you believe that kind of stuff.
So what does that tell you? That tells you that the power of an army is not in the number. It is on your technology. It is on your technology, your welfare, your training.
They defend it. They are not attacking Russia. They are basically defending.
And
if it comes to the worst, Russia will flatten that country.
Well, we will soon leave. Nigerian soldiers said Boko Haram can become a president.
So are you arguing that number doesn't matter? Is that your argument? Are you arguing that we should keep our 100 and something thousand soldiers for 200 million people?
Sir,
is that your argument?
Sir, it is not the number, it is the mindset. Because one of the soldiers of Nigeria.
No, are you saying we should keep the number the same way?
No, you employ people every day, you employ workers every day, every year. So
what number are you going to say is suitable for Nigeria's?
There is no number that is suitable. There is no number that is suitable. In Libya, every house has military. In Libya, every house. So all family
this same person, your forefathers have been enslaved, colonized, and you still think like this, or people will be like, wow, this is crazy.
No, my forefathers were not enslaved.
Oh yeah,
and colonized. Okay. Our people enslaved themselves.
They just flowers. They just came and threw flowers and took over.
No, our people enslaved themselves because this kind of mindset.
If I was a Igbo man, I would laugh. If I was a Igbo man, when I watch you speaking, I would say, my goodness, these people will.
No, listen, sir. Listen, sir. Listen, I want to tell you, our people were the ones telling their own brothers.
When I hear you talking like this, I wish I was sometimes.
Our people were telling their own brothers.
Tonight, you know what I find difficult with you sometimes, yeah? You don't allow people to finish their sentences before you start to.
Because I know where they are going. I know their point. I've had it 1,000 times.
Are you a mind reader? Are you a mind?
No, because I've had it. When you hear it so many times, they'll tell you that we don't need the numbers. Their mindset. You hear so many this excuse repeatedly. You know when to cut it off.
This is your problem. What I used to be like that 10 years ago. What I learned later on is to calm down, listen to what the other person has to say. Fair.
I know.
When they finish talking, then you can talk. There is no challenge. You know, we have enough time. Mr. Tunaja,
has everyone looked at that link that I sent?
Niger Wash has given us plenty of time. By now,
yeah, that's good.
By now,
hold on. Has everyone looked at that link that I sent? Because one thing to just be talking, have we looked at the link?
You are doing the same thing now.
But you have been talking.
No, I've only just started talking the past 10 seconds, 10 or 15 seconds. But you have spoken for most of the night. So all that I need you
because remember, I'm talking on the opposite side.
You are doing the same thing.
So you can't tell me to keep quiet while everybody just talks and agree with themselves.
Oh, Mr. Niger Wash, Mr. Tunaja, Mr. Tunaja.
Okay,
let other person talk.
Okay, so
come on. If we keep quiet now, if we all say we're going to keep quiet now and listen to you for the whole night, how is it going to be like?
Right? From
you are making some valid points.
Let's discuss the substance of the matter.
Nobody is disagreeing with you entirely here.
I beg, make I talk now. Just give me one.
I agree with some of the things that Mr. Tunaja has said. You know,
I'm going to respond to him directly from the website.
So, Mr. Pansat,
I'm extremely disappointed in Pansat. Actually, I don't think for you to even say we have enough, unbelievable.
Okay, so
here's just unbelievable. And you were a soldier.
Hold on.
the list you gave us, in this list, it ranks 1 to 10, the countries. It starts from Vietnam that has 5 active per 1,000. Then North Korea.
No. Go to the actual number. Don't be facetious now. They have 10 million.
No, I'm looking at it per capita.
No, don't look at it per capita. Look at it. Stop being facetious here.
No. You have to compare apples to apples.
Oh my
You have
God.
to go by because some countries have a lot of people in it, right? Some people have, but you have to go
talk about the human. Don't worry.
Just
No, people don't understand per capita. You are trying to be deceptive here. People don't understand per capita. People understand numbers.
Okay, it's 1 per
Straight
1,000.
Oh, don't use statistics. Mr. Tunaja, you will have not used statistics.
Because he's trying to forge it and say they have 108. No, look at the total personnel.
Hold on.
They have 10 million people involved in their military.
Could you hold on, please? You're entitled to your opinion, but when you're dealing with facts, you have to go with standard, right? It's like GDP. You calculate a country's GDP. You don't go looking at how much money Dangote has and all that. You go, what's the GDP of a country? So just give me 1 minute and I'm done. I know others have to speak. I'm going by your list. You gave this website. All right. So I have a question for you at the end. Let me just give you the 10. Rank from 1 to 10. Vietnam, 5 per capita. North Korea, 50.4 per capita. It's on your list.
Well, you are missing the other data out, and that is being disingenuous.
No, it's
you
not.
have to read the other data out there too.
Like what? Tell me, what do you want?
Like total personnel.
Total personnel.
Yes.
What would that prove in what I'm trying to say? You don't do things.
You read both of them.
Okay.
That will be fine.
Okay, let me read this and then you read the other one to counter me. If I'm wrong, then use whatever you're talking about to counter me.
No, read both of them yourself so that we don't have to do it twice.
Okay, well, you don't want to deal with the issue you raised. I'm just trying to make the point that in our country right now, we have unique problems. That's all I have to tell you. We have unique problems. Do we want a strong military? Yes, we do. Every country deserves strong military. So you're gonna have to understand that Nigeria, I guess, just forget about it.
You wanted to read both of them. Why don't you just read it?
Wait,
Nigeria is made out of
let him finish.
Nations. Okay, you have the Yoruba nation, you have the Igbo nations, you have the Ijaw nation, you have Hausas, you have whatever. Right? That's what make up Nigeria. That mantra of saying one Nigeria is not written in cement. We want to have a more perfect union. So when we have the military, it will be Nigerian military. They will be doing what militaries do, like you're pointing at Italy. One soldier in Italy is equipped with the right gear. He has life insurance. His family is taken care of, right? That one soldier is equipped with computers, with jets, or whatever he's trying to do, and he's a complete soldier.
You are eating away the time. You're not addressing the point.
Okay, you're right on that. So let me end with, I just want to tell you, you don't measure a man by the ruler. You don't go, oh, there are 40,000 soldiers in Italy. Those 40,000 soldiers can occupy maybe the entire Africa, right? So we want to do it right. We want to have one soldier is a soldier. Have a policeman.
Okay.
Can you just read the list? Can you just read the list?
Thank you. I'm back.
Oh no, please go. Please go away again because this guy, I'm trying to get person to read a list. He refused to read the list because he doesn't want people to hear what he's reading.
Mr. Naija, I beg. If you can have some extra time, at least football match.
No, I don't have extra time. Now 15 minutes when I ask for, I give you 33 minutes. Still counting.
And Pansa is still talking.
You try.
No, I should try. Before that.
Thank you, Naija Wash. God bless you. You try for us. Don't let Mr. Tunaja did not allow other people to speak the way it's supposed to be. Thank you, everyone. Mr. Tunaja, God bless you. Pansa, Mr. Whoever. Thank you. God bless everyone.
Bless you too, Mr. Tunaja.
Good night, my people. Good night, everybody.
Oh no, that's wicked. Oh my God, this guy's wicked. oh, just evil, man. Nigerian police is blessed. Nigerian politics is ruthless. These guys are wicked.
This thing that they too much.
It's just wicked. Oh my goodness, I just Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ, this guy's wicked. I can't believe he did that publicly.
Yeah, on the campaign. That's what he did on the campaign. Yes, demonstrating Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. We gotta go right now. Tupac the Great, you just joining us now. What's up? Good evening to you.
I greet you, Naija Watch. Let me look on one. Kill me for year. Baba will not wait. They shall say me look. That for when below me like you fall there. You not get part 2.
Not you want to go. Not twice before.
You know me like. You know me like is a madman.
Goodness gracious, that's brutal. That's just brutal.
For real, it be like say this for everybody go start to the 4 this for 2023.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Me myself, I go do this thing tomorrow for my house. This for I go fall out tomorrow.
All right, my people, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for your time. We got to go right now, almost 5 hours. I never planned to stay long this way today because of the conversation you guys were having. That's why. So meanwhile, let me quickly appreciate every one of you right there. Everybody that have shared our videos today, I want to say we are very, very grateful. Those of you that have liked, I want to say I'm grateful. And if you are leaving right now, please endeavor to copy the link, take with you, and put it in any other platform where you belong. Let our voices go far. As you can hear, the last education from our people talking about the armies and all that. So I believe others can still learn from that. As you know, here on this platform, we all are educating ourselves. We're learning from each other. Nobody knows better than anybody here. Nobody's better than anybody here. We learn from each other. We argue, we disagree, we agree, we oppose. And at the end, we end up as family. You see now, Tunaja the shout since, Mr. Pansa the shout since, but see the way that they end now, laugh, laugh, laugh. That's the beautiful thing about what we all are doing here. I appreciate every one of you so much. Thank you for your time with us. And for those of you that have super chatted us as well, I want to quickly appreciate you all. Mr. Henry Gabriel, thank you very much. Ezewango, thank you so much. Mr. Charles Ezedoven, thanks very much. Mr. Pansat, thanks very much. Hilary, thank you very much. Mr. Alexander Gomez, thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. I can see Mr. Peter Okonkwo, thanks very much. Mr. Victor, thanks very much. Alexander Gomez, thank you very much, sir. Mr. Pansat, again, thanks very much. MM Etok, thanks very much. Now, God will bless every one of you. Thank you so much, my people, all my panelists today. And God will bless you now. I'll say good night. Tomorrow morning, we are going to be here again. And the same thing, 5 p.m. tomorrow. Endeavor to join us. Let everybody learn from each other's on what we are doing here. Remember, we're fighting for our future. We are fighting for a better Nigeria. By the special grace of God, fingers crossed, we will succeed. 25th of February is around the corner. Don't relent. Don't get tired. You know, charging up your energy to continue to push. It's only one man, PeterObi, or nothing. God bless you all. Good night, my people.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. Go there, biza. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. show you love it. Ká má bára wa lò nínú ìfẹ́ kan. I no dey do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, oh. I go show you love, oh. Ká má bára wa lò nínú ìfẹ́ kan. No, they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Oh, tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí o, ẹ fẹ́ jókù. Alákọ̀bí Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí. Alákọ̀bí Sábàmẹ́là. Anybody? Anybody? Any bobo. Anybody? Mo ló ń fọlú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti kíníṣí. Délé mo ló ń fọlú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé o.